Pythagoras. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. Each celestial body, in fact each and every atom, produces a particular sound on account of its movement, its rhythm or vibration. All these sounds and vibrations form a universal harmony in which each element, while having its own function and character, contributes to the whole. Some are slaves of ambition or money, but others are interested in understanding life itself. These give themselves the name of philosophers, and they value the contemplation and discovery of nature beyond all other pursuits. Love that shines from within cannot be darkened by obstacles of the world of consequences. No man is free who cannot control himself. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. It is better whether to be silent or to say things of more value than silence. Sooner throws a pearl at hazard than an idle or useless word, and do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. Strength of mind rests in sobriety, for these keeps your reason unclouded by passion. Evolution is the law of life. Number is the law of the universe. Unity is the law of God. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. Do not talk a little on many subjects, but much on a few. Man, know thyself, then thou shalt know the universe and God. A thought is an idea in transit. Practice justice in word and deed, and do not get in the habit of acting thoughtlessly about anything. Oh, my fellow men, do not defile your bodies with sinful foods. We have corn, we have apples bending down the branches with their weight, and grapes swelling on the vines. There are sweet-flavored herbs and vegetables, which can be cooked and softened over the fire, nor are you denied milk or thyme-scented honey. The earth affords a lavish supply of riches of innocent foods, and offers you banquets that involve no bloodshed or slaughter. Only beasts satisfy their hunger with flesh, and not even all of those, because horses, cattle, and sheep live on grass. Know that death comes to everyone, and that wealth will sometimes be acquired, sometimes lost. Whatever griefs mortals suffer by divine chance, whatever destiny you have, endure it and do not complain. But it is right to improve it as much as you can, and remember this: fate does not give very many of these griefs to good people. The experience of life in a finite, limited body is specifically for the purpose of discovering and manifesting supernatural existence. The animals share with us the privilege of having a soul. Alas, what wickedness to swallow flesh into our own flesh, to fatten our greedy bodies by cramming in other bodies, to have one living creature fed by the death of another. In the midst of such wealth as earth, the best of mothers, provides, yet nothing satisfies you, but to behave like the Cyclops, inflicting sorry wounds with cruel teeth. You cannot appease the hungry cravings of your wicked, gluttonous stomachs except by destroying some other life. Consider before acting. To avoid foolishness, it is the worthless man who speaks and acts thoughtlessly. So in life, some enter the services of fame and others money. But the best choice is that of those few who spend their time in the contemplation of nature, and as lovers of wisdom. Friends are as companions on a journey, who ought to aid each other to persevere on the road to a happier life. Friendship is one soul in two bodies. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. Alas, what wickedness to swallow flesh into our own flesh, to fatten our greedy bodies by cramming in other bodies, to have one living creature fed by the death of another. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. Above all things, respect yourself. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. It is better to be silent than to dispute with the ignorant. Hate and fear breed a poison in the blood, which, if continued, affects eyes, ears, nose, and the organs of digestion. Therefore, it is not wise to hear and remember the unkind things others might say about you. If you're asked, "What is the silence?" respond, "It is the first stone of the wisdom's temple." If you have a wounded heart, touch it as little as you would an injured eye. There are only two remedies for the suffering of the soul: hope and patience. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Learn silence. With the quiet serenity of a meditative mind, listen, absorb, transcribe, and transform. Animals share with us the privilege of having a soul. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. Truth is so great a perfection that if God would render himself visible to men, he would choose light for his body and truth for his soul. The soul of man is divided into three parts: intelligence, reason, and passion. Intelligence and passion are possessed by other animals, but reason by man alone. Souls never die, but always on quitting one abode pass to another. All things change, nothing perishes. The soul passes hither and thither, occupying now this body, now that, as a wax is stamped with certain figures, then melted, then stamped anew with others, yet it is always the same way. So the soul being always the same, yet wears at different times different forms. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. Numbers have a way of taking a man by the hand and leading him down the path of reason. Don't try to cover your mistakes with false words. Rather, correct your mistakes with examination. We come from God, as the tree from the root and the stream from the spring. That's why we should always be in contact with him, as the trunk from the root, because the stream dries up when it is separated from the spring, and the tree dies when it is uprooted. There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Learn to be silent. Let your quiet mind listen and absorb. The highest goal of music is to connect one's soul to their divine nature, not entertainment. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. Do not go to bed until you have gone over the day 3 times in your mind. What wrong did I do? What good did I accomplish? What did I forget to do? A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence.
This was released from For the Sake of Education by Flow Wisdom. If the content was helpful, make sure to subscribe.